Imagine waking up with the sun, no alarm clock, no rush, and definitely no homework. Every day is yours. No classrooms, no pop quizzes, just pure freedom to follow your curiosity. You could spend your days building, exploring, or gaming, learning only what excites you. But in this world without schools, your friends might be limited to your street, and shared experiences, like school plays or sports, would vanish. Life would be quieter, but also more isolated, with no structure to bring people together. So is a life of total freedom really better, or do schools offer something we truly miss? Let's find out what a world without formal education would actually look like. Schools weren't invented just to fill your day. They were created out of a deep need to prepare each new generation for the world ahead. They exist because society needed a way to pass on essential skills and knowledge to everyone, not just a privileged few. Reading, writing, and math are the building blocks of modern life, opening doors to opportunity and understanding. Without schools, only a handful of people would ever learn these vital skills, leaving many behind. But schools give us more than just facts and figures. They teach us how to work with others, manage our time, and solve problems together. Communication, teamwork, and critical thinking. These are skills we use every single day, in every part of life. Classrooms are our introduction to the vast world of ideas, from science and technology to art and literature, and they help spark passions and talents we might never discover on our own, inspiring dreams for the future. Imagine trying to learn about planets, history, or even how to solve a math problem without teachers, classmates, or books to guide you. You might never know what's out there, or what you're truly capable of achieving. School gives everyone a shared foundation, a common starting point for life's journey, making it possible for us to work together, solve big problems, and build a better future as a community. It's not just about memorizing facts, it's about learning how to think, question, and grow. School is where we build common ground, so society can progress and everyone has a chance to contribute. Without this shared experience, our world would be fragmented, divided by misunderstanding and missed opportunities. Progress would slow to a crawl, and our potential as a society would be limited. Schools are the launch pad for everything we achieve together. That's why classrooms matter, for every one of us and for the future we share. Imagine a world without school, where your education would come not from classrooms or teachers, but from your family and the environment around you. Every lesson would be shaped by the people closest to you and by the daily rhythm of your home. If your parents were farmers, you'd learn to farm, planting seeds, tending animals, and understanding the land as your classroom. If they were craftspeople, you'd pick up their trade, mastering skills passed down through generations, learning by watching and doing. Childhood would be less about play and more about work. Your days filled with chores, practical skills, and responsibilities that prepared you for adult life. Your world would be small, your future set by your family's path, and your social circle limited to neighbors and those living nearby. Friendships would be few, but strong. Learning would happen, but it would be narrow and incomplete, limited by what your family knows and what your community can share. New ideas would travel slowly, if at all. Without teachers or books, you'd have to figure things out on your own, often reinventing what others already discovered, and sometimes making mistakes that could have been avoided. There'd be no school dances, graduations, or big dreams, just the expectation to contribute to your family's survival and well-being, day after day. It's a life with purpose, but little room for personal exploration or change. There's freedom from schedules, but also the restriction of never knowing what else you might become. No school means most people wouldn't learn to read or do math, skills that need structured teaching. Only the wealthy could afford tutors, locking knowledge and power away from everyone else. Society would be divided, a tiny, educated elite, and a vulnerable majority unable to access information or participate in democracy. Most jobs, doctors, engineers, scientists, wouldn't exist, and the economy would shrink to basic trades. Our ability to solve big problems like pandemics or climate change would disappear without a network of educated people. Each community would be isolated, unable to share discoveries or work together. The price of freedom from homework, a world stuck in ignorance and inequality, progress would stall. Without schools, innovation would grind to a halt. Scientific breakthroughs and technology rely on generations building on each other's knowledge. Without classrooms, every generation starts from scratch. Everyday tech, like smartphones or the internet, wouldn't exist. We'd be stuck with simple tools and hard labor. Art and culture would shrink too. No great novels, symphonies, or shared creative language. Life would be simpler, but with fewer choices and less wonder. The freedom from school would become a prison of limited opportunity. We'd lose the ability to ask big questions and find answers. Our world would be smaller, and our dreams too. So, a world without school isn't the answer. But that doesn't mean our schools are perfect. Most of us have sat through classes that felt endless, wondering if what we're learning will ever matter in real life. It's clear that the system we have now could use some serious upgrades. What if we redesigned education like a science project, identify problems, test solutions, and build something better? Instead of sticking to the same old routines, we could experiment, adapt, and create a school experience that actually excites us. Imagine a school that balances academics with real-life skills, where you learn science and history, but also how to budget, cook, and care for your mental health. Picture classes that teach you how to solve real problems, work as a team, and take care of yourself and others. Learning would be hands-on and project-based, with teachers as guides helping you explore your interests. You'd get to dive into projects that matter to you, discovering new passions along the way. School would prepare you for life, not just exams. You'd leave with the confidence to handle real-world challenges, from job interviews to fixing a flat tire or helping someone in need. The choice isn't between boring school and no school, it's about building a better one. We can create a place where everyone feels included, challenged, and inspired to grow. We can upgrade the system, not throw it away. By working together, students, teachers, and communities, we can make school a place where everyone wants to be. Next time you're bored in class, ask, how could this be better? What would make learning more meaningful and fun for you and your friends? Because improving our world starts with reimagining how we learn. Every great change begins with a new idea and the courage to try something different. The real question isn't, do we want school? But what kind of school do we want to build together? The future of education is in our hands. Let's make it amazing.